Have you ever stopped and wondered, can I really trust every thought that enters my mind? Most of us assume that if a thought comes into our head, it must be true. We say, it's just how I feel. But what if some of the thoughts you're believing are actually leading you away from the truth? The Bible teaches us something surprising. It never tells us to believe every thought. Instead, it tells us to test them. Let me give you an illustration. Have you ever heard of the cuckoo bird? The cuckoo doesn't build its own nest. Instead, it secretly lays its egg inside another bird's nest. When the mother bird comes back, she doesn't notice that one of the eggs doesn't belong to her. She accepts it without questioning it. Eventually, that egg hatches. The young cuckoo often grows larger than the other chicks and, in many cases, pushes the real baby birds out of the nest. It takes over because something that didn't belong was welcomed and allowed to grow. Our minds can work the same way. Not every thought that enters your mind belongs there. The Bible gives us a powerful example in John 13:2. During the Last Supper, it says that the devil had already put it into the heart of Judas Iscariot to betray Jesus. Think about that. Judas walked with Jesus for years. He heard his teaching, witnessed his miracles, and experienced his love firsthand. Yet the enemy planted a thought, and Judas accepted it. The tragedy didn't end with the betrayal. After Jesus was arrested, Judas became overwhelmed with guilt. He listened to thoughts that told him there was no hope left. Those thoughts filled him with condemnation until he believed death was the only answer. But then look at Peter. Peter also failed Jesus. He denied him 3 times. Both men sinned. Both regretted what they had done. But their endings were completely different. Judas believed the voice of condemnation. Peter believed there was still mercy. Jesus restored Peter because Peter came back to him. The lesson isn't that Peter was stronger than Judas. The lesson is that Peter didn't let condemnation have the final word. This is why the Bible tells us in 2 Corinthians 10:5 to take every thought captive to obey Christ. Notice what it doesn't say. It doesn't say to believe every thought. It says to take every thought captive. So the next time a thought tells you, you're worthless, God doesn't love you, or you'll never change, don't immediately believe it. Ask yourself, does this thought agree with God's word? God's voice may convict us when we sin, but his conviction always leads us back to him. The enemy's voice condemns us and pushes us away from him. There is a big difference. So don't believe every voice that speaks inside your mind. Test every thought. Hold on to God's truth, because one lie believed can change your life, but one truth from God can set you free.